Hello and welcome to the third event of the Season 4 McDolphin Team Cup B-League block pushing. After seeing an amazing event in the main league where Flamboyant Flamingos broke the record to snatch the gold away from the Flamboyant Flamingos and Carnival crew, we're back with a B-League event to see if they can try and replicate it. Of course, Savannah Sprinters won this event in the B-League last season, although a lot of the best block pushing teams did find themselves in the main league since after it wasn't the qualifiers, but these B-League teams always willing to disprove the standards. Butterflies have a 1-point championship lead over a tie between the Green Jungles and Power Pearls. Team McDolphin Butterflies just behind Fritz's 2. Well, Greyhounds at the very bottom with just 2 points to their name in the first two events. They're really going to want to turn things around here in block pushing. You see, our B-League teams excited to get back onto the course after a couple of events away from action. They're looking forward to try and push a block as far as possible. Simple event, of course, try and push a block as far as possible. Each team will have 2 runs, one in each lane, but only the best one will count due to issues with invalid runs. Don't want to completely ruin teams' events because of one invalid run. So, it will be the best single run. Now, Red Rallies and Bloody Festival then, our first 2 teams up. Red Rallies in the relegation zone right now. Well, Bloody Festival were relegated in that season, so both of them want to do as well as they can, trying to avoid relegation, and Bloody Festival will get a decent run. But actually, I think it more looks good compared to the Red Rallies, because that's an abysmal run. Oh dear, I think that's going to be below 40. We only saw one run below 40 in the main league, and 38.7 I think is the worst push we've seen on this course by the Red Rallies. At least not including the qualifiers, but they were even worse. The Bloody Festival, though, 50.8, that's a solid push. In the main league, that would have probably had them about 10th, probably. But there were some really good pushes in the main league. I would not be surprised if the B League is a bit lower, so they got a solid shot there. Now, Birds of Prey and the Powerful Pearls, both of them in the top half of the standings. Powerful Pearls right in the championship contention. So Birds of Prey took only 1 point to them, but decent big gap between them because the Birds of Prey are going to get an invalid push. First, we've seen the B League. Powerful Pearls themselves, that's not looking great. That's in the mid-40s range, so it's not going to be as good as the Bloody Festival. They'll be second place, definitely, but that's partially doing 2 horrific runs. Birds of Prey, of course, go to last with no valid runs scored to count. Powerful Pearls, 47.2, that isn't great. Birds of Prey there, looking annoyed, and Owl actually, looking a bit hurt. They look to be not looking the best, actually. The medical staff's going to come over to check them out, have a little look, do an inspection. The team looking worried. They're going to stretch them off as well as precaution, but it's really not good for the Birds of Prey. You see, the other members definitely looking very worried. Of course, the 2 runs to do in this event. Hopefully, this won't affect them, ideally for the rest of the event. And especially not hope bad for the rest of the season, the fans looking, understandably, very worried. Now, hopefully more light note for the Green Jungles and the Butterflies. Our top 2 teams in the standings, neither with great block pushing history. The Butterflies have minorly changed their uniform and done a lot of training, as we saw from the first event, and they are going to get a push into the 50s, I think. This could challenge for the lead. Green Jungles will do an okay job, but it's going to be low 40s, so I think they will be behind even the Powerful Pearls. But it will be second place for the Butterflies, at 50.2. That's a little bit below the Bloody Festival. I think they had a 50.8. But second place is still good for our championship leaders. They'll be gaining some ground, provisionally that is, on their 2 teams closest to them, of course. Another push, completely change all this. But their fans are looking quite satisfied right now with second place. Halfway through the first round, Jubilant Jellyfish and Cocker Club now. Jelly's another team who've had a minor uniform change. There's no more purple on uniform anymore. Also, we've got their reserve member subbing in for this event, and they're going to get a good push with it. It looks like they're going to get towards the 50 range as well. They could also be in contention for the lead. Colgate Club are not going to get a good push, low 40s. See, we seem to be quite poor pushes here. 50.6 for the Jellyfish. I don't think that will take the lead, but it will definitely be second if not. Yes, second place, just behind the Bloody Festival. Colgate Club, though, only 6th place. Better than only the terrible Ralliers and, of course, the Birds of Prey. The Jellyfish fans, though, they're looking very satisfied. It's been a long time since they've been on the podium. Greyhounds and Constellations now. Both teams who are decent enough. Greyhounds, though, really struggling in the standings so far. Sitting dead last, and they're going to be beaten in their run here by the Constellations, but neither of them are going to pull anything particularly spectacular, both in the mid-40s, which seems to be sort of average run here. Looks like a bit of an error. Not quite the best position for the Greyhounds. They could have got a better final push. 46.5 to 44.0. 5th for the Constellations, 7th for the Greyhounds, both finding themselves towards the middle with 10 teams having run so far. Final heat in round 1, Fritz's and Team McDolphin. probably two of the most surprising non-qualifications, especially Team McDolphin. They did get gold in the last event, though. Neither of them are great block pushing teams, especially Team McDolphin. They're going to beat the Fritzes here. The Fritzes have a horrific run, actually. McDolphin aren't exactly doing great, but Fritzes, that's really bad. That could be in contention with the Ralliers for the worst valid push. An 38.2, that might be worse than the Ralliers. 44.1 for McDolphin isn't great, but yeah, Fritzes only going to beat the Birds of Prey, who didn't even get a valid run. Only 7 for McDolphin isn't great either. Going to beat the Greyhounds. But Bloody Festival have lead with just a 50.8, which shows that today the B teams are not as good at block pushing here. But that looks like Birds of Prey, Hawk is going to sub in for Owl in the second run. Bloody Festival Red Rally is ready to run again. Birds of Prey is interesting. Owl doesn't seem like the injury is too severe, but for caution's sake, they're not going again. Neither of these teams are going to improve, I don't think. Actually, Red Rallies might, but they've done an awful job regardless. They're not going to boost themselves up any positions. Bloody Festival, though, that's going to be worse than their first push. They won 2 separated there, couldn't get a good final push there. 47.7 is not really going to be very useful for them. They're not going to lose the lead, of course. Red Ralliers, they do improve, but they're staying in 10th place, and they're certainly open for being passed. Their fans looking very disappointed. They're sitting 11th in the standings. They really could not have afforded a bad event. 8 events in this B-League, so there's time to recover, but not too much. Powerful Poles and Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey desperate to get any run here. They just want to make sure they can get themselves some points, but it's not going to happen! Oh no, they're going to repeat to keep Equinox from the main league. They're going to get 0, 2 invalid runs. Ask a dreadful event cast off for the Birds of Prey. It sounds like Al will be okay to return for the rest of the season. It was mostly just a precaution for not having them in his but it doesn't really matter. It's invalid for the Birds of Prey. Powerful Poles, they do improve. They're in 4th now. I'm not sure whether they've gained any positions or not. I'm not sure whether they will have, to be honest. But either way, improvement gives a little bit of extra distance, which makes it slightly hard to beat them. So they will not be complaining at improvement. But Birds of Prey fans, so annoyed. It's absolutely dreadful event for them. One, absolutely to forget. Butterflies and Green Jungles now. Butterflies are still on the podium in this event, 3rd place, provisionally, I think. Green Jungles are sitting in the middle of the order. They're going to want to boost themselves up, try and keep up. And Butterflies, I don't think they will improve. I'm not sure that's going to quite get to 50. They were right on the cusp of 50 last time. And the same again, I think they might be on the lower end. A good anchor push. And yes, 49.5. They will not break 50 and they will not improve. Green Jungles, will they improve that run? Yes, they do. 2 centimetres almost. They're in 6th place right now. I'm not sure whether that's an improvement or not. I think it is. But regardless, they'll be pretty pleased with that. An improvement's always good, as I said before. Makes it hard to beat. Cold Club and Jubilant Jellyfish now. Jellies have definitely got a shot at the goal, with Bloody Festival not managing to improve. Jellyfish were just behind them. What can they do? They will get an invalid run. It's not going to matter. Cold Club, they look to have a decent run, actually. Definitely an improvement, but Jellyfish, they just had too much power. The 2-1 was very close together at the front. If you're strong, you don't really want that. You want a bit of separation, because you don't want to have too much power on the block. 50.2 though for the Colgate Club. I think that's tied with the Butterflies, but they're going to be behind on tiebreak because their first round was just not very good. But provisional 4th place to the Colgate Club, that's good for them. I think they were in 9th for the standings, so they're going to be pleased with that. Constellations and Greyhounds right now. I think Constellations were 8th standings. Greyhounds, desperate, with a couple of teams improving now. They really need to get good runs. They're both going to get good runs, but Constellations especially. They're going to be, that's a guarantee. They are in the lead. There's no question about that. Look at that, a great little anchor push, but they already got probably into the lead before it. Greyhounds are actually the more interesting ones. Constellations have surely taken the lead at 56 flat. An amazing run by the Constellations. But what about the Greyhounds at 50.9? I think that is 2nd place. Yes, it is. The Greyhounds and the Constellations go 1 and 2 in the same run. What a good run by both of them. Constellations fans, there's 1 run left to go. We've got a massive chance of winning the gold medal. Team McDolphin and Fritzes both struggled in the first round. Both desperate to try and pick up as many points as they can. To try and boost themselves up in the order. Of course, we saw 2 teams there just massively rock themselves in the order. And Fritzes will improve. So will Team McDolphin. They're going to get to around 50. It will not be the gold medal, though. That will go to the consolation. What will be for these 2 individually? Let's have a look. Fritzes will get past 40, so they will pass the Red Ralliers. They'll be happy about that, at least. But 41.7, that will surely be 10th place. 50.4 though, that's good for Team McDolphin. 4th, I think. No, 5th. They'll be behind the Jellyfish. But that's a solid run from Team McDolphin, who are not a great block pushing team. And they'll be relatively pleased to get another top 5 finish in the top half and picking up some solid points. But not as happy as our gold medalists in the event, the Constellations. Their first ever gold medal in their careers. Of course, there's only their second time competing, and only the B League, and so they will get their first ever gold medal here with a great push, and the Greyhounds were very happy with a second as well, and Bloody Festival will finally get into the second bronze medal in a row. They got third last time and like a third again, so that's 20 points across 2 events, and job well done by them, hoping to avoid relegation for a second season in a row. So the event results then, Jellyfish just off the podium by 2mm, Team McDolphin also close, in fact, going right down there by 2mm increments for a little bit. Consolation fans though, really happy. This will massively help out their championship challenge. Greyhounds gonna try and boot themselves away from the relegation zone. Of course, coming in dead last, really what they're wanting to be doing. Let's see, the consolation then will jump 7 spots to take the lead by 4 points over the Butterflies. Team McDolphin and Bloody Festival 3rd and 4th. Power Pearls and Green Jungles both dropping a bit, but it's really close. Greyhounds jump 3 spots up to 9th, not out of relegation, while the Red Rallies, unsurprisingly, drop to last. The next event will be hurdles for the main league, followed by Shell Football, a new event only in the main league. B League will be returning with Sprint following that. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.